most assumptions out there is doctors and physicians are rich. So why is it that sometimes it's the contrast?
So yeah, it's it's what is it? Parkinson's principle, right? A bastardization Parkinson's principle. As income rises, expenses rise to meet it. And
Okay.
I'm just as guilty. I saw it happen during a phase of my life. So, those of us that were physicians, really, I mean, a really well-paying job. Some are going to hear this and say, "Oh, it's not me," but yeah, I think some physicians are not getting paid what they're worth, but still, in the scheme of things, it's a very high-paid professional job. And so, you come out of many years of training and you think, hey, I kind of deserve this, and you do. And it takes an extreme amount of discipline to come out of your residency, which is your training, and still live like a trainee. That's probably one of the best hints is, when you first come out and start making money, live like you're not making money for a while, or as long as you can stand. And all of us are dependent on our time. There's nothing wrong with that. We're just, you have to see a patient, fill a prescription, do a surgery, create a legal document, whatever your profession is, you've got to do that to charge for those services. And no matter how much you charge for that service or your time, if you get hit by a bus someday, music stops. And that's the reason to try to create income that comes in from somewhere else that's not dependent on your efforts. So I guess that title, Why Doctors Don't Get Rich, is kind of a metaphor for the fact that no matter what you get paid, if you get ill or you get crunched by a bus, the music stops and your income doesn't come in. So you want to have income coming in from somewhere else. And so that's why I don't consider somebody, including myself, that gets paid a lot per service as rich. They have money, but they may not be wealthy. And wealth is having the time and freedom to control your time and do what you'd like to do.
True. Awesome. And that brings me to your book, Why Doctors Don't Get Rich. And it's a good book, a bestseller book out there that even Robert Kiyosaki recommends it. Amazing book. And you talked about in chapter 4, developing a rich mindset. You talked about the power of thoughts, the aspect of minding your words, all those money is a tool, all the different kinds of stuff. Can you expatiate more on that?
Sure. And we're all the same. We want to know how, man. Tell me how. Tell me how to make that money. I'm the same guy, right? But we all need that foundation. We need, strong buildings are built on firm foundations. And, if you've got the wrong mindset and if you're just after the money, you're not going to be as driven to do something. So if you've got a good reason to create that money, that reason might be, spending more time with my kids, traveling the world, having time to go cure cancer, doing missionary work in Africa, whatever your choice is, maybe the Game of Thrones thing, whatever drives you, that's what's going to drive you through the good and bad times. Because I can promise you, there are bad times. My little Facebook story left out all the bad stuff, and that's where I learned my lessons, and still learning them to this day, right? So it's how you think about life, how you think about wealth, how you think about family, and there's a number of components of wealth that I like to talk about. But so it is your words. For example, if somebody said, I can't afford that, the words might be, how can I afford that? Or, I make a lot of, I get paid $1,000 an hour. The other mindset might be, I have passive income, whether I work or not, that sort of thing. So you want to use money as a tool. It's not, it's not the end. It is certainly not the end goal. It is a vital tool. Money's, people say money's not the most important thing in the world, but Zig Ziglar said it's right up there with oxygen, right? It's a lot more fun to have money than not have money. So that is certainly a tool we all need, but that buys you the really important stuff, which is, not missing your kid's recital at school and seeing the Eiffel Tower in Paris, or curing some kid from from some disease that's simple in the United States but ravaging Africa. So there's reasons, and the mind is really, really important, because you will get beat down. You'll get treated unfairly by either the market or people or bad people or crooks. And you've got to be able to get yourself back up and think, hey, I've got this reason why I want to do this. And that's, this bad person or this bad luck is not going to stop me. And that's really important. So, and some physicians, their goal is just, some of them want to get out right now, which is a shame. I'd like them to all stay in. I'd like them to just love their job and not have to need the money. But that's a big driver for a lot of people as well, just to get out of their current situation.